T-shirts, or they're actually old football jerseys, because they were cleaning out a closet, and these jerseys were really ancient, and they were going to throw them out. And I said, "Oh, no, 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 no! I do T-shirt quilts, so just send them over." And they sent me like 7 or 8 humongous boxes of them.
Wow!
And so it's like, what have I gotten myself into?
That's really great. Oh my goodness, that sounds like a lot of fun. That sounds
But
really
one
great.
of the Mothers Guild ladies saved me, and she said, "I'll help you." And so we put the top together, and then she did the machine quilting on it. So.
Oh, that's really cool.
Oh yeah, this is a cool one.
Yeah.
When Father Bays first started off to be to replace Father Peter, he had a new like house made for him, because Father Peter was next to the chapel, and he knew that there'd be more priests that would come to Boys Town and serve, and then they kind of do some things for a while, then they come and go a lot. And so he built like a cabin type of house over on the other side of the lake. Beautiful, just beautiful. But he had 6 beds. And so we said, "Sure, Father, we'll make you 6 quilts." And he wanted them through the floor. Uh-huh. And so all of them had to be 121 inches by 121 inches.
Oh my gosh. That's really big.
It's huge. And he said, just greens and blues, browns, nothing fancy, nothing, just men will be there. So, they're very satisfied. And so that year we had him come and judge the quilts at the Mothers Guild. We had like guest judges come, and they would put up their picks. And then we would stand next to him and say, "Okay, what designs do you like?" And we probably shouldn't have done that.
Oh no, what happened?
Oh my gosh, he found one that was like a pinwheel, but it was a harder design. And he said, "Well, I don't want anything with motion, but this quilt was all full of motion." And so we got it done, and we said to ourselves, "Okay, we'll try to do 2 in a year. If we get 1 done in a year." And Father Bay said, "That's fine. Just take your time, just make sure you get 6 done." And we said, "Okay." Well, we started off on the first one, and we just had so much fun together, and the top went really well, and we had it done within, the first month and a half.
Wow.
And
that's
so,
really fast.
Yeah. Then we said, "Oh, let's do this bear claw. This looks like fun, and it's, adventurous, and it's manly and woodsy looking." And so the next month, that one was done. And so we just kept knocking them out. And by the we were done, I think it took us maybe a year and a half. And it took us like maybe 1.5 months to 2 months to get the quilts done. And voila, we had these monstrous quilts done. And then we asked people to do the quilting, for charity. Uh-huh. And they said yes. So we had to find 6 people that would agree to do 121 by 121.
Oh my gosh.
And we said to Father Bays, we love to do quilts. We want to keep on doing this, but we can't keep asking people to do this amount of quilting, for the finishing. And he said, "Okay." He says, I'll talk around, and I will see if I can find some people that are interested in donating." And he did. He found a very wonderful group of people that appreciated the quilts that the Mothers Guild did for Father Bays and for the kids on campus. Uh-huh. And we got our own quilting machine.
Really?
Yep. So we a bunch of us took some lessons, and so now we can quilt everything in house, and
really?
It's so much.
That's so cool. Is it a long arm machine?
It is.
Oh my goodness. You guys are going to be unstoppable. That's amazing.
Yeah. We're only supposed to do like 10 a year, but we probably make 20.
Wow.
I mean, I'm sure we do double.
And then how many of you know how to work the long arm?
1, 2, 3, about 5 of us.
That's really cool. And where is it? Where's the long arm stored at? Where do you guys work on the long arm?
Well, at first we were given the hall, where you eat lunch, the lunch hall. And once we get the long arm quilt, we said, well, we can't keep rolling this in and out. So I worked in Wegner School, which is the elementary junior high, and they found us a small room downstairs. And we've had a permanent place now for us and our quilting for about 10 years. So
wow,
we've been very fortunate.
Really cool. I want to come play. That sounds really awesome. I keep wanting to, this is my dream. It's a ridiculous dream. So I work at a law school, and I want a quilting lab at the law school. It's never going to happen. But I keep hunting rooms at the law school, and like, if we only had this, but it's not going to happen. But that sounds really awesome. Where do you get
them? It's therapeutic.
It's great, right? Yeah. I know. I've gotten some of my law students to come over. I'm like, here, just experience the free motion quilting part. It's really awesome. So where do you get the supplies if you're quilting that much? How are you, is that the quilt, how are you affording the supplies, like the thread and the batting and the backing and the fabric?
Well, most of them have been donations, mostly from our group. Mm-hmm. And then once that it was published in some of the Boys Town publications that we were there, then we started to get some other supplies in from other parts of the United States.
Really? That's nice.
Yeah, it is. It's kind of like opening up a Christmas present.
Totally. That's really great.
And then last summer, it was Boys Town's 100th, and we did a applique pictorial quilt. Mm-hmm. And that's pictured on the website too. And right now it's at the Durham Museum, finished 100s. And it's on display at the Boys Town Hall of History also. And
for people who don't know, in case people are listening, what is Boys Town? Help people understand what that is.
Oh, Boys Town is a place that is like kids go there who need extra help or family problems. Some of it's mental health, some of it's court-placed kids. You live in a home with a family teaching couple, a married couple, and an assistant, and they teach you pro-social skills like following instructions, and you have to go to school, and you have family meetings, so you learn how to work out differences among themselves within there. You'll have to watch the original movie, Boys Town. It's really wonderful.
Awesome. All right, well, it seems like... go ahead. I'm sorry, say it again?
One of the kids is voted the mayor every year.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, but we teach social skills and get kids back on the right track.
That is very good.
Yeah.
So your quilting life has it always been super social? It sounds like from the moment you knew about quilting to your daily, your quilting life now, it's always kind of about community and working together.
Yes, I would say so.
That's really cool.
My recent foray has also been the t-shirt quilts, and I've really enjoyed doing those because that's very personal with other people. So mothers will bring in like sacks of quilts or sacks of t-shirts, and you have to back them. And I ask them, what colors are the high school, or what colors is your child's favorite colors? And we just kind of put those together, and they usually say, you can design them and we'll like whatever you have.
Now, are you doing this, do you charge them, or are you just doing this out of sort of sense of community?
I first started with a sense of community, but people just would then make a nice donation.
Oh.
And then I'm getting paid more and more now because I kind of got it down, and I'm getting more known.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a nice little thing to do on the side, but it's so neat to get to know all the people and why their t-shirts are the way they are. And, it's nice to have a high school gift that is very personal like that. And so I enjoy that.
That's very cool. How long do you think it takes you to make a t-shirt quilt now that you've got it down?
A week.
A week.
For the top. And then it takes, if it's like a full-size quilt, it'll take 2.5 hours on the long arm.
Amazing. Long arm changes everything, doesn't it?
It does. It does. It does.
It's remarkable. All right. So, other aspects of your quilting life. Do you do any quilting that's on besides the t-shirt quilting that's like on your own kind of thing, or is most of it the t-shirt quilts and the community quilt? Because that's still a lot of quilting.
It is mostly community quilts, and at Christmas time, the Omaha Quilt Guild does stockings. And so you sew up stockings and you can fill them with cards, like gift cards and, maybe some candy or, something for the kids that are in foster care. Some of them are reserved for the kids who get picked up like Christmas Eve and Christmas night. And they're, in a police station, and we just make sure that they have something for Christmas. And so they're given a stocking and things like that. So
for you, quilting really is an outreach of love and support and comfort. Would you say that?
I would definitely say that. Yes.
And is that part of, one of the things we're trying to understand, I have a couple of questions, but one of the things we're trying to understand is why people quilt. Why would you say that you quilt?
I think it's a connection to the past. It's very comforting. I enjoy putting together the colors. I enjoy the feel of the fabrics. I like hunting and picking a pattern that's kind of out there and special and kind of sparkly. I like the sewing and the construction, knowing that somebody will enjoy it and hug it and use it once I'm done with it and once they get it. And that's, all the quilts that I've given away, I've made sure that people, use it. Even the ones for the high school kids, use it, wrap it up, take it to your dorm room. It's quilts aren't meant just to sit on the shelf and look pretty. They're meant to be used and loved. And
they get better with time, don't they?
They do. They really do.
Someone gifted me, I think it was their grandmother's, he's in his grandmother's quilt. And it's got to be from like the 30s or the 40s. And it's so worn and it's so perfect. It's like one of the best gifts I've ever gotten is this like clearly loved, used quilt. It was pretty awesome. So one of the law professors knew about this project and gave it to us. So it was really awesome.
Right. I also have another avenue of quilting. My husband is African American, and his grandmother lived to be 107. So when she was 90, we said, we'll keep coming down to Alabama until you pass on. And so from 90 to 107, we kept coming down for this.
See, you didn't know what you were committing to, did you? That's great.
But she had this whole closet full of quilts from the 40s.
Really?
And they were totally pieced, just like G's Bend.
Yeah? That's amazing.
Oh, yeah. I have like 6 quilts. And I said to her, well, what's the story of these? And I said, did you make them? And she goes, oh, no, I don't sew. But I did know a lot of people who did sew and needed help. And so she said, I would buy their quilts so that they could make a living and put food on the table. And, I had the means to buy them, and then that helped somebody else. And so one of them was her sister, and the most of the ones that I got